like some venues are exclusive to Ticketmaster. For say what you will about Ticketmaster, they're still the industry standard as far as ticketing. It's you know, I think the fees are insane. I think, you know, the stuff they do to the fans is vastly unfair, but unfortunately it's very difficult to get around them. You know, I mean, they do have a monopoly on the market, but ticketing generally goes through the box office, and you know, we have a whole staff that does marketing for the shows and ticketing and everything, and you know, we monitor ticket sales on a daily basis. You can pull it up on a computer. So you know, it takes a village to get me on stage for sure, and it's not
so you don't run through like a Live Nation or an AEG or anything like that.
No.
But if they control the venue, how do you get around that?
I rent it from them.
Oh, so you just buy it out?
Yeah, I rent it from them. You know, it's one of the things. It's like, you know, like, and we have a guy at Live Nation that helps us with Live Nation venues, because if you cold call them off the street, they're gonna try to charge you as much as they possibly can. But we get fair deals from them, and they've always been nice, you know, and fair. But as far as a promoter, I don't have a promoter. We promote our own shows. I don't have a booking agent. We book our own stuff.
Yeah. So do you ticketing fees is a big hot topic now, and there is I don't know if you're familiar with this story, but Robert Smith from the band The Cure,
yeah,
he was able to actually fight that with The Cure's recent tour, kept ticket prices reasonable, and he fought so hard on the fee issue that all the fans that bought tickets ended up getting $10 refunds without even asking back. Now $10 is, most people will be like, what's the big deal? But as a principle thing, it made a point that it's possible to do. So all of that stuff, I mean, it's hard because you're dealing with these different outside forces. Even with merch, you know, there's a lot of artists that complain about the venues take a big cut of the merch.
Yeah.
Now, if you buy the venue out like you're doing, then are you able to control 100% of your merch?
Merch, it varies. The venue still wants a piece. But a lot of times we have so much merch. What we do is we do what you call a buyout. It's like just give them something. They'll say, "Well, give me
a flat rate depending on what you sell."
Give me $500, and you sell, and we don't take a percentage.
Do you do a lot of? Do you do well with merch? Do you sell a lot?
We do between 15 and 20 grand a night, like out in the lobby.
Right.
And you know, which
I just didn't know if that world, like, you know, the blues rock world, like, there's some bands that even if they're not big bands, they do crazy merch.
You know, I mean, our online store, it does really well. You know, we have a whole like online. So there's hundreds of Joe B items on there, and you know, everything from golf balls to beach towels. You know, but you know, it is a, you know, you know, merchandising and you know, understanding where your brand is a huge part of this business. You know, you have to remember that. And you know, I used to get a lot of shit because people would call me the Krusty the Clown of the blues. Well, I see this more after the pandemic than not. Then I'm seeing a lot of those same people that would say that about me, or they'd roll their eyes, and now that you see their website, then they got all the same crappy merch that I do, and I'm like, see, I told you.
Oh yeah, well, I grew up a huge Kiss fan, and I mean, Kiss took all this shit for selling everything, and now everybody's doing it. You know, everybody's doing it. Like, I was trying to think of this the other day. Who was the first artist to ever charge for a meet and greet? Because you got to imagine that person took a ton of shit.
Yes.
Like, hey, I want $50 and you can come backstage and take a photo with me. And I mean, I can't imagine at the time, like, are you kidding me? What the balls? Now, literally almost everybody does that at various tiers. But I wonder who the guy I keep coming back to, and I actually brought it up to him, is CC DeVille from Poison.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 years ago, CC was walking around backstage at a show at Jones Beach in Long Island with a sandwich board that said $10 for a handshake, $20 for a photo. And it was CC's sense of humor being a goofball.
Right.
But I said to him, like, I saw him less than a year ago, and I go, CC, I think you started the thing. And him being, you know, funny, he's like, of course I did. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know who the first person who did a actual structured paid meet and greet would be.
If I was to guess, Kiss would be the first band, and maybe the Eagles. I would.
Are they like approachable, like meet and greet type people? I would think they'd be pretty. I don't know those guys, but I think
Yeah.
they'd be pretty crotchety.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all this stuff like we were talking earlier about the lip syncing, all the stuff that bands took so much shit for in the 80s, the Milli Vanilli reference, like they were visionaries, now. The paid meet and greets and all of the merchandising and all that. Now it's industry standard.
I
It was
know.
like a slow moving glacier, but now we're there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, and you know why? Because the mailbox money dried up,
Right.
and artists are going, well, I have a lifestyle, so I have to pay for it, so print up some t-shirts, or
Right.